Hello, ladies.
Hi.
We are here today at our own roundtable discussion. We are going to talk about what has been happening this season, as well as what do we see the future looking like, being more inclusive in the community that we are in, which is Sarasota and Bradenton County.
Mm-hmm.
So are you guys ready?
I'm ready.
Yes.
I'm ready too. Woo. So how has it been for you, Tihda, like this season?
It's like transitional for me because how do I define the season? Is it the season of arts, like of performances, like are usually in the fall and the spring, or when the snowbirds are here, or is it like seasonal, as in like this wave that we're riding on of people like really behind us and supporting? And so it's like I kind of see it differently. And also for me personally, like my season as a creative person, as a musician, like I am definitely changing into something, I don't know. I'm transforming into something. So we're going to like a lot of events in person. I'm working for the same, arts organizations that I used to work for, like orchestras and stuff. But then also Modern Marimba, it's like I really want to transition into doing things that are creatively more fulfilling for me. As we emerge from the pandemic, I'm like, wow, like I am more clear-headed about which directions I want to go, and then also building and finding community, because, I met you, but because pandemic or whatever, like we didn't cross paths enough. But I see it now, and just strengthening those new bonds that I made.
How about you? How's this season been?
I agree. It's been, a transition. And yes, I can say that I can feel the excitement in the community, in the arts, lots of collaborations, lots of phone calls, lots of opportunities to work together. And I think we've also identified that the family connections, that the families working together are very important, and that's something that I think before the pandemic we didn't think about so much, and now I think something that happened during this past few years is that I think families got a lot closer. So being able to say, okay, we're back to normal, but you can still work so close together, it's very important. So yeah.
What are your goals for this next generation? What are your goals as we move into this new world?
What are your goals?
My goal is to continue to promote, one, the importance of poetry, using it as a tool to connect with yourself, to identify your emotions, and as a pathway to heal. That's it. You do a lot of work with kids, and you're doing a lot of work in the community. How has the fear been, like with the pandemic? Because we didn't stop working during the pandemic. We kept on. How did you maneuver through that at times?
I think that passion and creativity, I gotta say, I think that's our tool as artists, that we're very creative. And I think it's easier to adapt to certain things. So just, I think teamwork, creativity, and just seeing, okay, what can we do to still approach, to still touch and impact our people? What can we do? So yeah, we started doing our book circles, which were in person before, they were virtual. We even had rehearsals when we didn't know it was going to last so long. We were rehearsing virtually.
Oh, really?
Okay.
And that was
be
interesting. Yes.
Yeah.
But I agree. I mean, definitely having that reaction from the public right then, from the audience right then, it's something that we were missing so much. Because virtually you can only see likes, love, comments,
right?
But it doesn't feel the same.
It doesn't. It doesn't as that
creativity for sure.
Yeah.
I think my driving force was me and my son. Like I knew I had a mission. I had to get out here, and I had to. If I did it in the parks, if I did the spoken word outside in the yard, I needed to be doing it because it was healing for me.
Yeah.
It was a way I connected. Have you all noticed a more acceptance now as women of color What has been your journey with that?
I have mixed feelings about that because I still navigate primarily white spaces, especially as a freelance musician in orchestral music. And so I do, very real, like I do see the blowback and just kind of like the reaction against it and people pushing back. And it's just like, I'm like, okay, I guess you didn't do the reading during the pandemic. I'm like, all right. It's like, now I have to put my distance and like, I feel a lot stronger though, like in terms of like, because of the community that I've been a part of and the people I've connected with, and in terms of navigating that, it's been easier for me, but it's still a thing. However, the new connections that I've made with people, it's been awesome to just like, it's like they get it, and it's like, let's go, let's move, let's just do the work. And so that is what really keeps me going, is the people that are like riding the wave with you,
Right.
who are like, we're here. If you feel stuck, call or whatever. But as Melanie was saying, is like the passion to create. You need that healing. It's like, I know when I'm at home too much and I start to get pent up or whatever, and I practice or like I teach or whatever, and just researching music and whatever, I feel so much better. I'm like, okay, this is the right thing to do. Like, this is healing. It's still applicable in my life, and I should keep going.
It's funny because as each of us shared our story, there was a moment where it was like, this is what I want to do. And you don't do it for money, you don't do it for anything other than that passion. How has your experience been as a woman of color coming into this arts community of Sarasota?
So it was challenging at the beginning, saying, well, we want to perform in Spanish. It felt like we were, okay, your audience is going to be very limited. But we knew how big
The Latino community
is, how big the Latin community is, and how it just keeps growing. It's growing incredibly.
Yes.
But in the last year, I would say, I've heard from so many organizations that want to collaborate with us, that want to hear from us and learn from us, and hey, we also want to do some programs in Spanish, or let's do something together. What's the best way to reach the Latin Hispanic community? And that has meant a lot to me and to our organization. Even if we're not doing something, a play, we're not putting a play together, to know that they're still working on approaching our audience. It's just so rich. It's I see a big change in the diversity that we want to include everywhere now. I do see that a lot of things are happening, and I'm certain that it's just going to continue to get better.
It is.
Yeah.
It is. It's been different. There, like you said, there's more people that are reaching out to help as opposed to in the past. So do you think this continuation of support will last past the pandemic?
Well, that's where I think the responsibility in us, we have to make sure that it lasts. And like, how do you do that? Okay, if there's cultural community or whatever. And at the end of the day, it's like, well, number one, you have to deal with money. And you have to make sure that there are funds set aside so that no matter like the tides of the community or nationally or internationally happen, we can navigate those waters for the children and for artists, so that we can be stable, for the next whatever thing happens. And I think, that's historically that's not necessarily what artists think about, but I think now artists do, because we're artists and entrepreneurs, blah blah blah.
At the same time,
That's kind of where I see this as happening, because I want to stop relying. Not saying that we don't need volunteers and people to donate and everything, but we have to make sure that what we're doing is self-sustainable. Now, that's something that we can do ourselves, but also it's a community effort to make sure that what we're doing is sustainable.
And that it lasts. It's not just turning of the waves.
Right.
How do you answer that? I mean, Carolina?
Well, something that we've experienced, and I've seen a big difference, especially working with kids who, you know, they have Latin Hispanic parents, or they were born in one of our countries. They felt kind of ashamed of speaking Spanish. They were not proud of it. And I did see it at some events where I would try to speak Spanish to them and they would say, no, I don't speak Spanish. And then I will see them talking to their parents in Spanish, and that just made me so sad. And I do see that that has changed, that I feel like as a community, you know, that door is open. Being different, it's beautiful.
It is.
And it's just going to make our community stronger. And I feel like our kids are also feeling that, and they wanna know, they wanna explore where they came from. They wanna be closer to their families. And I think that's the root to make it last. I think that's really the key, to make sure that they feel that pride, and they want to continue exploring. They want to continue representing where they come from, and also motivating, especially children, to create. No matter what form of art it is, just create, do original pieces, because I think that's where you can empower others to follow their dreams. I feel like that's something that we might forget, especially in the art industry. I think, well, at least I was told for a long time that it's hard to have a paying job in the arts, or to live from the arts.
It still is.
It still is. It still is, but it's possible. But I think
is.
these conversations, and that's what I love about Greater Sarasota, that it was more about that, like, what's going on behind the scenes? Why is the team motivated? What is our goal? How do we want to impact the community?
The children around us and those that are in our circles, friends and relatives, they see what we go
Neighbors,
through. Neighbors,
big time.
They see it, and they're like cheering us on. They're like, yeah, this is the next step.
They can do what they love, and that could be their work. That could be their job.
That's their job.
And it could be very meaningful for others.
Yeah, I'm excited for like the young generation to see us doing this and then do that instead of other things. And they just have a lot more choices. And if we can be a part of that, I'm like, let's go.
Let's do it. Let's do it. Well, ladies, we are partnering together, and we're going to make something work. We're going to do it.
Oh, yes.
I'm excited. Thank you all so much for coming, for being a part of Sarasota and Bradenton, and really expressing who we are, being those representatives.
Thanks for bringing us along.
Oh, yes.
Thank you. We doing this. We in this together.
Yes, our moderator. Yes.